Hi everyone. This look right here is a Valentine's Day look, just a regular smoky eye with some beautiful lashes. If you want to know how to do this look, then just keep watching. Okay, thanks. Bye, love you. And now to start off, I'm going to prime my eyes with MAC's Pro Longwear Concealer. I am in the shade NW20. I'm just gonna put this all over my eyelids and underneath my eyes and start to blend it out with my fingers, and then take the Beauty Blender to finish it off to make sure it is all even and smooth. Now you're gonna go in with some good old Scotch tape. This is going to be a magic trick. First, take a piece of tape and place it on the back of your hand so it won't rip your eyes out when you take it off. And now you're gonna take that piece of tape and line it up with the angle of your lower lash line. Press down on the tape to make sure that it is stuck to your face. This is a critical step. And for this look, we're gonna be using Urban Decay's Naked Smoky palette. And you're gonna take this light shade here, the color Combust, and blend this all over the eye using a big fluffy brush. I'm using Sigma E40 and just gonna blend this all over. And now I'm gonna go in with Sigma's E25 blending brush. This is a goat-haired brush, which allows you to not pick up as much product. And I'm going to mix the colors Whiskey and Combust together and just really blend this out into the outer crease and the outer eyelid. And now going back with the original brush, you're going to just blend these colors together. And now we're going to take this color Whiskey, and I'm using the Morphe E22 to really carve out this crease. You want to focus this color mainly on the outer part of the lid and into the crease even more. And then you guessed it, go back and blend it out using that big fluffy brush. And now with a very tiny precise brush, I'm using Morphe's E36. You're going to pick up the color Password, and you're really going to start to carve out your wing and your crease. Just go in very detailed, just a small amount, and then blend it out. It's so important to blend all of these colors together. And now going back with that original color, Combust, we're just gonna take a flat definer brush. I'm using Morphe's S30 and just gonna place this color back on the lid since I feel like it lost its luster with all the blending and the darker colors that we were using. And just go back and blend it out again with the big fluffy brush. And now for the outer crease, I'm going to mix these two colors, Dagger and Black Market, using a goat-haired brush. Again, I'm using Sigma's E25, and I'm really gonna place these colors into the outer crease to really darken this look and give it a more smoky vibe. And then blend it out again. Since I didn't like how the goat hair brush was going, I decided to go back with Morphe's E22 to get these darker colors more precisely into the crease. And then I just took my big fluffy brush again and blended it all out. And now I'm going to mix the colors Combust and 13 together using Sigma's E55 flat definer brush and go into the inner corner of the eye up to the brow. And now, drum roll please. Look at that line. See, I told you it was a magic trick. And now just go back with your big fluffy brush and just blend out everything to give it a smooth look. And now it's time for foundation. I am using my Makeup Forever HD stick in the color R230. And I'm just gonna place strips of this all over my face and then blend it out using my Morphe M439 brush. Be careful to not go over the foundation with that line that you just created with your eyeshadow, because you do not want to ruin the masterpiece that you just created. And now we're going in with my favorite brow product. I'm using Anastasia's Brow Definer. I'm using the color Caramel. And you're gonna first take the spoolie and just go through your brows to get off the excess foundation. And then it's time to fill them in. I start with making a line on the bottom of my brow, and then I do a line on the top of my brow, and then I just fill them in, starting with the tail and moving forward. Once I fill them in, I take the spoolie again and then just go through it to give them more of a natural look. And now it's time for the under eye. I'm going to mix the colors Whiskey and Combust together with a pencil brush. Any ordinary pencil brush will do. This one is from Sedona Lace. Just take those colors and blend them out under the eye to make it all smooth and transition well. And now it's time to highlight your brow bone. I am using the color 13 with this very tiny Sedona Lace brush, EV21. You're just gonna take this color and place it right underneath your brow and blend it out. And now we're gonna go back in with the color Whiskey using Sigma's flat definer brush in E15 and really work this into the lower lash line. And then go back with your pencil brush and just blend this out to give it more depth. And now I'm going in with eyeliner. I'm using Max Kohl Power Eye Pencil in the color Feline, and I am tightlining underneath my lashes and also above my lashes because we're using falsies. Since we're using false lashes today, we're just going to be using a light coat of mascara. I am using Tarte's Tartiest Mascara. The lashes we're using today are from Huda Beauty in the style Jade number 13. Aren't they gorge? Love them. Now it's time to contour, my favorite part. We're gonna mix the two lighter shades together using the NARS Ida brush and really start to carve out those cheekbones and also going along the hairline. Make sure to blend this out. I use the Morphe MB5 brush to really blend out this look, and then I'll go back with the darkest shade to really carve out those cheekbones even more. Don't forget to blend it out. And now it's time for blush. I am using the color Amaretto in the Becca and Jaclyn Hill palette with my Morphe E4 brush, just placing this color on the apples of my cheeks and blending it out. And now it's time to highlight the face. I am using Urban Decay's Afterglow highlighter in the color Sin with my Morphe M501 brush. And you just want to dust this all over your face, your cheekbones, your forehead, your nose, the top of your lip, your chin, and underneath your brows, just to give you that glowy look. Going back with your eye pencil, you're going to take this color and just place this in the bottom waterline. To finish off this eye look, you're going to go back with your Tarte Tartist mascara and just coat the bottom lashes. And now it's time for lips. I am using Anastasia's liquid lipstick in the color Stripped. I decided to go with a more nude shade because I didn't want to take away anything from the eyes. To do your lipstick, I first outline the top lip and then fill it in. Same with the bottom. I do the outline first and then just fill them in and then just pucker away, baby. And since you don't want your brows to fly away in the wind, you're gonna set them with Anastasia's Tinted Brow Gel in the color Caramel. And now it's time to set this bad boy. I'm using Urban Decay's Chill Makeup Setting Spray. And since I am a little bit extra, I am also using Touch's Luminous Dewy Skin Mist for a little extra glow. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe for more. Kay, love you. Bye.